Welcome to Story Pie. Let me tell you a wonderful story called the Aquamarina Riddle. Deep beneath the shimmering surface of the ocean lived the most wonderful city, Aquamarina. It wasn't made of bricks and mortar, oh no! Aquamarina was built from giant, glowing coral and homes that looked like sparkling seashells. The city's heart was the Merriment Stone, a giant green gem that made everyone happy. One sunny morning, a terrible thing happened. The Merriment Stone vanished. Instantly, Aquamarina felt, well, a bit gloomy. The colorful fish lost their sparkle, and even the friendly sea turtle seemed a little downcast. In a cozy kelp forest, Tiko the jungle explorer tiger was studying his treasure map. His leaf hat was perched perfectly, and his green eyes were focused on the clues. This wasn't just any map. It changed depending on Tiko's mood. Today it showed a maze of underwater tunnels, which meant Tiko was feeling intrigued. He purred to the vines that wrapped around his coral house. This calls for an investigation. Tiko, being a tiger who spoke to vines, knew he couldn't solve this mystery alone. Across the city, in a candy cane-striped cottage, Peachy the lollipop witch was stirring a giant cauldron of fizzy soda. Her deep pink hair swirled as she hummed a cheerful tune. Peachy's job was to make things sweet, and she was famous for her candy spells. Her cauldron began to bubble. "Oh dear!" Peachy exclaimed as the soda turned a gloomy gray. "The missing gem has put a spell on my happy concoction." Finally, in a giant, bubbly, broccoli-shaped house, Sprout the space broccoli was flexing his leafy muscles. Sprout, a brave vegetable from another galaxy, had super strength and a cape made of indestructible lettuce. "This calls for action!" Sprout boomed, his voice a mix of rumble and cheer. "We need to find the Merriment Stone and bring back the smiles to Aquamarina." Tiko, Peachy, and Sprout, all knowing they had a role to play, met at the city's central coral plaza. Tiko's map, now showing a series of swirling currents, pointed towards the whispering caves. "My map says the answer lies in the caves, but this current, it's tricky," Tiko said. "Don't worry," Peachy said, hopping onto her fizzy soda broomstick. "I'll cast a candy spell to clear the way." She giggled and waved her wand, and suddenly the currents turned into giant gummy worms that playfully wriggled out of their path. As they journeyed into the caves, the air grew chilly and dark. Sprout used his broccoli-powered vision to help them see ahead. The walls of the cave were covered in glowing symbols and patterns. "These look like riddles," Tiko exclaimed, remembering how much Oliver loved puzzles. Peachy looked closely. "They're candy riddles. If we solve them, we might find the stone," she said. The first riddle, written in icing ink, asked, "I have cities, but no houses, forests, but no trees, and water, but no fish. What am I?" "A map!" Tiko shouted. "I should have known." He looked at his own map, and it changed shape into the answer to the riddle. The next riddle was, "What has an eye but cannot see?" "A needle," said Peachy. She saw a candy needle pointing them in the right direction. As they went deeper, they saw a dark, shadowy figure lurking. It was a gloomfish, known for stealing joy. "The gloomfish!" Sprout boomed, stepping in front of his friends. "We need to stop them." The gloomfish, with their grumpy faces and gloomy glares, were known to hide the things they stole in the deepest, darkest corners of the ocean. The friends followed the gloomfish into a cavern. It was filled with treasure, but not the sort you'd find in a pirate ship. It was filled with things that used to bring happiness to Aquamarina, and at the very center was the Merriment Stone, now dimmed and colorless. The gloomfish were guarding it, their faces showing a rare moment of satisfaction. The gloomfish were the guardians of gloom and didn't want anyone to be happy. "It's no use," said Tiko, his map now showing a dead end. "We can't win." But Sprout stood tall. "We can. We just need to work together." He used his broccoli-powered telepathy to communicate with the vegetables around them. He told them to move to block the gloomfish's path. Peachy's candy spells turned the treasure into a sticky trap for the gloomfish. She then cast a spell, turning the gloomfish's gloomy frowns into smiles, and they all started to giggle and could not stop. The gloomfish, now laughing, didn't want the stone anymore. They accidentally dropped it. Tiko's map, now bouncing with glee, showed them exactly how to bring it back. They lifted the Merriment Stone with all their strength. As soon as the gem was back in Aquamarina, it sparkled and shone, making all the creatures and inhabitants happy once again. The city was filled with happiness. The fish danced, the turtles smiled, and even the gloomfish, now friends, joined the celebration. "We did it," Peachy cheered. "Together," Sprout agreed. "And Tiko?" Well, he was busy collecting funny-shaped rocks, happy to have found a new bunch of friends and a new way to help everyone. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? What did Tiko, Peachy, and Sprout use to solve the mystery? Let's see how you did. The answer is their unique abilities and teamwork. You did a great job. Thank you for listening to Story Pie. I hope to see you again soon.